Get your copies of the works of Eros Da Artiste today. I Choose Pain, The Cost, While the Shades Watch, and listen to his music on YouTube.
Yep, Jesus is love. I love that song. Pass it on. Boom, boom, bye-bye.
And folks, we're back with our good brother here, Eros Da Artiste, who is going to do a reading of his latest work, what he self-styled, as I said before, as a book of self-love, While the Shades Watched. And this also, you should know, is the inspiration for an upcoming one-man show. So without further ado, brother, take it away.
The name of this title is Own Your Flowers, but Don't Forget About Your Shit. I know what you're thinking. What a crazy ass title for a chapter, right? But trust me, there's a reason as to why I chose it. By now, y'all know how much I dig nature. Sometimes I like being in nature a little more than the musical career that I hold so dear. Why? Because I learn from it. I grow more as I engage in it. In fact, there are times when the inner nudists come out, and I find myself wishing that I can walk around all natural without being locked up for indecent exposure or having the saints nail me straight to the cross next to Jesus. But what can I say? Anyway, you hear me talk about flowers a lot, and one of the things that fascinates me is the growing process. Imagine the seed planted in the dirt, which is filled with nutrients that help to see it grow into a blossom. Every now and then, however, there are some types of soil where the seed just will not flourish into flower no matter what you try. Ugh. Maybe the soil is too sandy, too porous, too muddy, or too rocky. But there's no way that this seed can be nurtured in this type of soil. So the soil is replaced by manure, or what the cussing farmer in me calls harsh shit. I spelt it right. That's my term. Oh, it stinks worse than pigs and funky armpits mixed with ass deposits. But something about the formula of the manure generates growth within the seed. Before you know it, you have beautiful flowers filling the air with their sweet scent. Another thing that enthralled me was the love that accompanied the growth of the flowers and the dislike when dealing with the agent that assisted the growth, the shit. I say this to you now. Be prepared. You're going to see the word shit a lot, so I hope you had your breakfast. We don't like to talk about shit. Most times we pass it into the toilet and not even think about it unless we're constipated and the bathroom time takes forever. But shit is a reality as it relates to us. We present this persona to the world where all we produce is flowers, fruit, and foliage. But we forget when we conveniently leave the fertilizer out. I think I just described the mindset of a lot of people in this world. Hell, I had it, and it still shows up sometimes. There are those who want flowers but hate getting their hands dirty to grow them. In this case, the shit we deal with, the shit deals with the work we tend to run from. We want to be a Broadway star, but we don't want to train, audition, and deal with possible rejection. And when we do get the role, we don't even want to rehearse. We want the good shit to plop in our laps, but we don't want shit thrown, said about, or mentioned to us. I'm going to tell you what my off-the-wall character, Corey Kennedy, would say. Baby, in this real world, shit's going to happen. What I've learned how to do is separate the shit thrown at me. If it ain't helping me, it goes into the toilet and take that long trip to the sewage dump because that's where bullshit belongs. If it can help me, then guess what? I got flower seeds, fruit seeds, vegetable seeds, and hayseed honey. I'll just take the harsh shit and grow a garden. See, this is how you make shit work for you. And catch this, those that's shading you and throwing shit at you don't even know that they fertilizing you, baby. I'm going to tell you a secret. Almost every heap of shit people throw at you possesses a small element you can use. For example, if you're wearing something kooky, and somebody has something to say like, "Ooh, what possessed him to wear them and wear that out the house?" Let me tell you how you spend that. If you were not feeling that outfit fit before you put it on, that could be your own lack of enthusiasm that's sending the message out for somebody else to confirm. In that case, you go back into your closet and find an outfit that you like. I guarantee you'll feel 100% better. Now, if you are feeling it, the problem shifts from being yours to theirs. Their trash talking will have boosted your confidence to wear similar outfits as often as you can. And the sneaky part about it is that it will tell you to wear it just to piss them off. Without even knowing it, the outfit that you're wearing on your back has become an extension of your self confidence and self assurance. Every rejection, put down, and insult should be like motivating fuel that propels you towards your purpose. Like the old folks used to say all the time, and it hardly registered until I hit the caps lock button. It's all right if they talk about you. It shows that you're so irresistible that they can't leave your mind, and you can't leave their minds for one hot second. Let them try to run your shit down in the mud. In fact, challenge them to do their worst. And when they've done so, come back with this phrase. Is that all you got? The hags will gag. You already know you got good shit, honey. If it wasn't, they wouldn't be so transfixed with hating it and motivated to shoot it down. Now, if the shit is found in your camp, then that's the shit you gotta own. If you know you have great potential, but you have a stank, vindictive streak that can screw it all up, then you must take accountability for it. It does not help you to point the finger and bitch about why the monster in you had to come out to put some unwitting offender in check. On the other hand, the benefit comes with asking yourself why you allowed the antics of others to catapult you out of character. Transparency. This concept was a huge bear for me to admit. The reason is because I had a temper that would rival Katrina, but one day I had to have a sit down and have an incredibly long conversation with my id. You know, the negative personality we have inside of us, but we really don't want to admit to. In this conversation, I asked her the question, what in the hell are you helping in my life? In hindsight, it has done very little except make a difficult situation worse. You see, when we become angry about one offense that we do not check calmly from the start, the mind starts imagining every indignity that accompanied it. It feeds and replays the feelings of disrespect and embarrassment that stems from it. It sits with us until we can't bear it. Then we end up going postal when we see the offender and commits to unleashing the Kraken. One of the things that I had to face was that as beautiful as my roses, daisies, and chrysanthemums were, I also had a stinking pile of shit that I would drop from time to time. Now, this is for any church saint who's reading this, and trust, I'm not trying to be vulgar or mean, but y'all are always saying how we don't like to hear your one-sided version of the truth. Well, this is the time for the shoe to be put on the other foot so that you can see how we see it when you get lofty in your thinking on what the Lord is, as well as what godly divinity allows and rejects. You can be saved, sanctified, tarry for the Holy Ghost, and memorize the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, but you still got crap you need to answer for. I'm talking about the time you gossiped about that prostitute that walked in the church and you didn't know her boyfriend beat her up the night before. She left his ass in the dust and came to the church for healing and protection. Now, don't cry and get all mad. I'm saying this with love, really. The same love that we would hope that you would have when you have a truth to tell. Now, come on, buck up, have a step up a lip, and put a smile on your face. I still loved you. You ain't the devil incarnate. That was some of the things I did, but I'm just trying to get you to see that everybody has a story.
Get your copies of the works of Eros Da Artiste today. I Choose Pain, The Cost, While the Shades Watch, and listen to his music on YouTube.
Yep, Jesus is love. I love love that song. Pass it on. Boom, boom, bye.